Hi, and welcome to Break Free with TopRank Marketing. I'm Joshua Knight, Senior Content Marketing Manager at TopRank Marketing, and I am here unbelievably at the last day of Content Marketing World with one of the major forces behind making that event happen, the General Manager of Content Marketing Institute, Stephanie Stahl. Welcome.
Hey, welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, I have to say, from a personal perspective, I just had an amazing convention.
So happy to hear that.
And it's wonderful to take a moment to think about everything that goes on behind the scenes to make something like this happen. So thank you so much for letting us pick your brain just a little bit.
So happy you've been here all week. That's great.
So tell me, there's got to be a lot of data that goes behind how you program an event like this, right? How does that process work?
Yeah, there is a lot of data. We're fortunate that we have a media business that surrounds this big event every year, right? So we are constantly looking at the data that comes from our blogs, for example. What are the topics that are the hottest topics? What's really resonating with the community? What search terms are important to them? What are they looking for? This helps guide us on the topics, the tracks, the speakers, everything we need to program a big event like this. We sort of rely on that data that we get from our media community.
It seems like so much of it is built around processing that community feedback. I love that idea that the keynote speaker every year is the highest rated speaker of the previous year. How did that come to be?
Yeah, that's been a tradition almost from the very beginning. And so we count on the attendees to let us know what they think about every speaker. We take those evaluations very seriously. We study them. We study all of the feedback that we get in our post-event survey, and we make changes every year. Every year we make changes based on feedback from the previous year, with the goal of making it the best possible experience we can. So we count on community feedback, not just at that point in the cycle, but every week we have a Twitter chat. And we get great ideas on the Twitter chat, every single week that help us think about, well, all right, maybe this is a topic we need to be covering more, or maybe this is the angle this year we need to cover, or, we want to keep pace with what our community is either struggling with or where they see opportunities.
So it's almost a year-long process of getting that data together.
This may be the last day of Content Marketing World 2019, but Monday is the first day of planning for 2020. So
I've been using the app all week, and that is an incredibly useful tool as well. But it did make me think if there is app data that you're able to use to guide.
Absolutely. We've been looking at it on a daily basis. So right in the app, our attendees can tell us what they think about a session, the topic, as well as the speaker. They can also give us just general feedback on anything that's going on at the event that they think we need to know about. So we're looking at it every day. We are making any changes, little changes or big changes that we need to on a daily basis here. But then we'll take all of it and put it towards our thinking and planning for 2020.
That makes a lot of sense. And
yeah.
I noticed they're scanning badges with some kind of magical elf and gnome technology.
Absolutely magic, yes.
I looked at my badge, it's not right here anymore, and I couldn't see anything in there, but they were able to scan it. So you're able to take attendance data and use that as well.
Yes. There's a little chip on the inside of the badge, and that it reads it that way. So then we know how many people were in a certain session. We know how many people attended the keynotes. We know it just gives us an idea for next year. Well, okay, these are the topics that were really popular. Maybe we need a bigger room. These are the topics that weren't quite as popular, but maybe we're building up to it, and next year could be a bigger year. So we're looking at evaluation data. We're looking at on-site data. And we build this giant puzzle, basically, to put together all the sessions that we have, surrounded by great networking and fun opportunities like that too.
Well, that makes a lot of sense from the planning side, for sure.
Yeah.
Thinking about the demand generation side, though, for an event like this, how do you, throughout the year, build that demand to make people want to come attend and to talk about it?
So, we will use a lot of the topics that the speakers and the topics that we covered here at the event as the basis for blog content, as the basis for our magazine content, and we'll carry the discussions forward. We'll just kind of keep building on them. We often invite our speakers to contribute content. We invite our speakers to our Twitter chats. So we like to keep the conversation in the community going all the time, 365 days a year if we can. And that helps us in terms of our promotion for the next year. And we have a lot of alumni who are here, but we also have a lot of first-time attendees, and that's an opportunity to get some really good feedback. The alumni can tell us how things compare with past years, but we also would love to hear from the first-timers, what they loved, what they didn't like, what they'd like to see next year, and it's an opportunity to keep that conversation going too.
Do you feel like word of mouth is one of the primary ways that it spreads?
Absolutely, yeah. We have a number of people here who've told us this week that, they might be flying solo, but next year I'm bringing my whole team, things like that. So it definitely helps to have that kind of word of mouth help too.
Well, fantastic. So how can people get a hold of you in the broader world, out on social media and wherever?
Yeah, well, I'm on Twitter. It's @EditorStahl. And I'm stephanie.stahl@ubm.com. Would love to hear from the community. Reach out anytime.
Fantastic. And our final huge question that we're asking everyone that can mean whatever you want it to mean personally. It's our Rorschach test of a question.
Okay.
Your results are going to be analyzed to see just exactly where your personality. Very open-ended question. What can businesses do to break free in their marketing?
To break free in marketing? Well, you know what? My best advice would be, as content creators, sometimes we try to do everything that we possibly can on every channel. I think it's important for content teams and marketing teams to go back and say, what do we need to stop doing? What are we doing that really isn't getting us the results that we'd like? And how can we then focus more on the things that are working? So ask yourselves, what can we stop doing today? So we have more time to do the things we're really good at.
Oh, I love it. What can we stop doing today? So the freedom from obligation to do something simply because it's there.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for a wonderful content marketing world.
Thank you for joining us.
And we'll see you next time.